Hey guys! Welcome back to our channel.
Yes. So, what are we going to do today?
Today we have a very interesting video for you guys. It's about
How do we get our scholarship?
especially on my part. So guys,
Yes.
we study in China and
Uh-huh.
we're on scholarships, okay?
Yes.
Right. So, where do we start?
We start by where are you from?
Oh, yeah, guys. So, I'm from Malawi, as most of you should know. And when I was at high school there, my high school has a connection with China in which they give 3 scholarships to good students every year. So I applied for that, and in one of my last years of high school, they picked me. And yeah, but before picking me, I had to do a lot. I had to go for interviews, I had to go for medicals, I had to go to the embassy like 100 times, the Chinese embassy. And yeah, eventually one day I got a call and they said, congratulations, you made it. And my journey started from there.
Okay. So, you said you went for interview. So, what was the questions about?
My interview, they asked a lot of like, why do you like China type of questions. What makes you want to study in China? What's so special about China? So what I learned, about people is if you say good things about where someone's from, or if you say good things about somebody, they start to like you, right? So I was just saying stuff like, I want to study in China because China has the best universities, or I want to go to China because I like Chinese food and Chinese culture, and yeah, I guess I said the right things.
Okay. So, when you went for medical checkup,
Oh yeah.
like which part? Like from head to toe, or just specific part?
My medical checkup was mostly blood tests, and yeah, mostly blood tests to check if you have those, diseases that can be cured, or infectious diseases. Yeah, I had to give like a lot of blood, like, guys, it was serious. I also did like x-rays, chest x-ray and stuff like that, height, how tall are you, blood type, just the basic stuff. But what they're really looking for is if you are healthy, just pretty healthy.
Yeah. And you said you went to embassy many times. What did you do? Like for what?
Okay. So at the beginning, I had to go to the embassy to give in my application because I applied a little bit late. So it was when school was closed. So I got the papers from school and they said you have to give it to the embassy themselves. So I gave it themselves. And then, the embassy is gonna call you and be like, please come here to get a letter. Then I get a letter that says you have to come for interviews, just for that.
Oh, so you did interview in embassy?
Oh, yes.
Not in your school?
No.
I thought like they came to your school and in the room,
No, I had to go to the embassy for that. Okay. So, I had to go get the letter, and then they say come for interviews at this time. And then the interviews happened during when I was at school. I was at a boarding school, so the school took me themselves, It was pretty cool. They took 7 or 8 of us actually. So we went, interviewed, and then we went back to school at night. Yeah. And then after that, they call you back again and be like, okay, we have a letter for you. Then you go back, you open the letter, it says that, the results will be out on 26 May. And you're like, really? Why can't they just call you or give you an email? I got it. And I was here.
Wow. So proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes.
How do I got my scholarship? Like, for me, like, it's pretty easy. I just like because that time I was in Beijing, already start my medical school, but it was self-paying, and then I tried to join like for the scholarship, and then I just apply by online, and I'll give you the link in description down. So you just apply, like put your name and your passport and whatever, and then they will ask you like for the certificate. if you have like certificate, like you good at something, you know, like if you ever like you do Olympic or whatever it is, yeah, you just put it there, like whatever you have the certificate, just give it to them, like submit everything you have. And also like because I was that time I was in Beijing, so I'm giving like my certificate that I'm a student in that school, because that time like I asked my teacher like about it, like should I give that later or I shouldn't give like the certificate that I'm a student in that school. But my teacher, she said like, oh, I think you better just put it, because that makes easier for them to accept you, because it's like you already here, you know, like what else do you need, right? So it just makes for them like more easier to accept me. So it was like me and my friend, one of my friend, and both of us like went to the office together, and then we submit, we do everything together by ourselves actually. And then after we did it on May, I think it was like kind of late, like May, and then they informed us on August. And then it's funny that me with my friend, that the one we did in Beijing, like we came to the same school in Shandong for language. So that's
pretty cool.
Yeah, like it's kind of surprise for us, like, huh.
What are the odds?
Yes. Oh, by the way, like we are studying in Shandong University.
In Jinan.
Yes, in Jinan, in Central Campus. So, what was your first impression in that school?
So my first impression is I arrived around 1 a.m. at night, I remember.
Wow.
So it was all pretty dark and stuff. And the taxi driver, he dropped us at the gate of the school.
With who?
Me and my two country mates.
Are they new students?
Yeah, we're all new students.
Okay.
In the same class. So he dropped us at the south gate, alright. So with our suitcases, so we had to walk. We had a certain guy to help us, and then we had to walk to where the hostel is. And I remember it was such a long walk.
Yeah. Like that school,
so
it's huge.
Long. And I was wondering, like, yo, dude, are we there yet? He was like, nah, bro, 10 more minutes. Are we there yet? No, still 10 minutes. Are we there yet? No. I was really tired. And then when I got to the hostels, it was good. It was fun. Actually, in my first night, I slept in like, they have like a public type of, you know that room? There's a room that just has like millions of beds. They have like a waiting room type of place with some beds.
Like I heard about it. Like so, if you come like 9 p.m. above, like you're gonna sleep there until morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're gonna wait until the reception is open.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
On normal times, like during the semester, that place is a study room. But like during times when new students are coming and registration times, they turn it into like a... Yeah. So I slept there for the night.
With everyone?
Yeah, just myself. I don't know where those other guys went.
Okay.
Yeah. But when I woke up the next morning, I got out, I saw people playing basketball and volleyball and badminton and so many tall buildings. I was like, wow, I'm here.
So, how's the registration? Is that hard or easy or what?
The registration process actually is a lot of it is about not you and the school, it's about you and yourself. You know, you have to do a lot of things like making your bank card and taking passport photos and stuff. With the school, you just hand in your papers, really. You know, it doesn't take long, 5 minutes, depending on the line. I didn't find the line, but you give them your stuff, 5 minutes, you got a room. Okay, then you give them your stuff, 15 minutes, they tell you which classes to go to, you know, blah blah blah. It's pretty easy. What about you when you first came to Shandong?
Okay, I came with my countrymate. Our flight to Beijing. So from Beijing we take fast train. So it's about like 1.5 hours. And when we arrived in Beijing, like I saw some people with the board writing like Shandong University, you know, but a lot of Chinese there, so I wasn't confident. Like I thought it's only for Chinese, it's not for me, like foreign people. So me with my countrymate, we decided like we just go by cab. So we went by cab, and then we gave him like the address from the admission letter.
Yeah.
And then we arrived. When we arrived, luckily, like we arrived in front of building 2. Luckily. Yes.
Lucky.
Because I saw a lot of people in front of that building, like they were sitting down talking, you know. So I was thinking like, must be this building. And I told him to, let's just stop, like here it's okay. And then I went inside, and it was like a lot of people, and it was so busy, like it was just very busy. And in the same day I did my registration and some stuff, but I didn't put my bank card because it was like kinda late. I mean, like it's around 4 p.m. I think. So I just did my registration, everything, like half of it, and then for the bank the next day. So at least I got my room. And then the first day in my room, like I slept alone, and I'm so scared. Like I'm literally scared.
Scary stuff, guys.
Like that room, like it's not really big, but and not really small. Like it's okay. It's supposed to be for 4 people, but I was alone, and like around 8 or 9, I went to see my countrymate, and I told him like I'm leaving, like I'm going to sleep in the hotel, like I'm done, like I can't deal with this, like to sleep in that room like alone, like no, I'm not gonna do it. But my countrymate, he reminded me, he said, do you remember we don't have passport?
Oh yeah.
Because the teacher keeping our passport. So I was like, oh shit, okay, I have no choice. So I slept there, and most of the time I slept on the desk because I'm afraid to sleep on my bed. You know, it's like the bed, it's in like the bed is in up, and then in down, like your cupboard, your desk for study. Yeah. Yes. So I used to sleep on my desk because I'm afraid to sleep on my bed. Like you have to go up and you sleep there. What about if I'm sleeping there and then I look around and then in somebody's bed, like I saw something, you know? So I better just sleep in down, like on my desk, just put my blanket and then my pillow, because we already got blanket and pillow, right? And then I just slept there, like it's okay. And the next day I went with African. It was me and my countrymate, and the rest of them, they're African, and we went to make bank card, and then went for make a student SIM card.
Oh yeah.
For my countrymate, and also for me, because some of my friends, they say I shouldn't use the Beijing SIM card because it's kind of like expensive, you know, like
True,
out of Beijing. So I make the new one too, and that's all. But it was okay, you know.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, and
Yes.
everyone is so friendly, you know. Like,
Yes,
if you have a question, just ask. They're gonna
Right.
help you.
right.
Mhm.
That's right. And studying in Shandong also nice, you know. Like
Yeah.
it's not like, okay, like for the people who like crowded, that's very good place because like they really like partying in the cafe thing.
Ah yeah, cafeteria place.
Yes, they really like to partying, like just put some music and then with some drinks and food and dancing, whatever you do, you know. And most every weekend, I think.
Yeah, it's
It's at least like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or maybe like Friday and Saturday. Friday, Saturday. Like that. But it's every weekend. And like everywhere you go, like in like lunchtime or evening, it's just like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, I mean, like a lot of people, like foreign people, you know, like not like Chinese also a lot, but in
like foreigners.
this side, yeah, it's like in our area, like foreigners, so it's just like a lot, and it's pretty cool. But for the people who don't really like crowded, like, you know, it's kind of too much, but not really too much.
Yeah, it's cool. It's comfortable. Like,
Yeah,
no matter.
but I think like nowadays, like they don't have a lot of students like our batch, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because last year when I went to Central Campus, it wasn't like a lot of people, like cool people, you know. No.
Yeah, us guys were like the cool guys, you know.
And I think our batch was the only batch having a lot of people, like a lot of students, you know.
Maybe, I'm not
I
sure.
heard about it because for new student they supposed to sleep in building 3, right? Building 1, 2, 3 for us. We're supposed to like that, but they don't have any space, so they put us in building 8, which is Chinese building, like with the Chinese students. So because we have a lot of people,
Oh yeah, that makes
right?
sense.
And for now, they just put students, most of them in building 1, 2, and 4, and 3. Like they don't have like a lot of people.
Yeah, us guys this year had a lot of people, guys.
Yeah, like our batch was like lit. Too
You
much.
could say that.
And then in Shandong also, like every Monday you have exam,
Oh yeah.
like the test, which is good sometimes. Sometimes you just feel too much.
Yeah, guys, it's pressure. It's pressure.
Yeah, like I think if your first semester you feel like you get used to it, so it's not a big deal. Like, oh, okay, because you just focus on Chinese, so it's like, oh, it's okay. But in second semester you start to feel like that's too much because you learn in Chinese medicine, math, chemistry. That's all, yeah.
Yeah.
But every Monday that your test, like every Monday, always.
Always, guys. Every single one.
So it's just like too much.
Yeah.
So what are you going to say to new students?
Guys, if you want to come study here in Shandong University, I'll say it's a pretty good place. Like, there's like family everywhere. Like, there's so many foreign students. And like, if you're doing medicine, like this is like one of the few schools in China that actually does like medical, like the first year prep classes, you know, for medical students. So like every year there's always hundreds of new students that come here. So there's always someone, you know, there's always a friend, always people from your own home country.
Right.
It's a really good school, really good. You know, we have cultural festival, it's always fun. We have everything, you know, the city itself in Jinan, like so much happening. Like it's such a beautiful city and it's fun. What can I say?
And it's not expensive, you know, to living here.
It's pretty affordable as well.
And we're gonna make the other videos for about Jinan.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And
About our school.
yes, that's right.
Show you guys around.
And maybe the food in Jinan.
Yeah, everyone likes food, right?
And I'll put the link in description down for you guys if you want to take Chinese scholarship. And also if you want to apply other Chinese scholarship, maybe you can apply from the university website. You can just search like which university do you like to go, and then you just apply for scholarship by that university. And we'll see you later.
Yep. Okay guys, please, if you're new to our channel or if you like our channel, don't forget to like, comment,
share,
and subscribe.
and don't forget to turn on the notification.
Exactly. We've got a lot of fun videos coming up. Of course, we've got the videos about Shandong University and our city, of course, but we also have, you know, the usual fun stuff. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching.
Peace.